distinct changes from year one of training camp to year two? Just maybe comfortability, anything that you're experiencing differently this year?
I think just familiarity, kind of with where to go, where to be, a better routine, just that experience of just having a year under the belt.
How much of a difference does that make, like freeing you up to focus on the playbook, stuff like that, and just like, the little things of like, oh, I know the cafeteria.
Yeah, I think it's just you have a better understanding of kind of everything, so you can focus on recovery more, and you're not kind of just like worrying about, okay, where do I have to be here, where do I have to be there. So it just, I wouldn't say it makes camp more comfortable, but kind of just easier to go around. And I'm allowed to have a bike this year, which is pretty cool. So it makes it a little bit easier to get down to the training room and hop in line first.
Do you feel like your rapport on the field with Josh is just continuing to grow?
Absolutely. I think each rep you get with him, each pass you catch from him, just kind of builds on that. Spent a lot of time with him too this off season, so I think that also helps build that chemistry that translates on the field.
He mentioned that yesterday, saying that like you opened up a bit more to him. What was that like of just kind of more on building that chemistry?
It's awesome. I mean, you want to have a great connection with your quarterback, and it's pretty easy to have a great connection with Josh just because he's a good guy. And it's like, any golf trip he asked me to go on, I kind of just say yes and don't really ask any questions after that. And it's been a lot of fun just kind of getting to know him a lot more.
Where's the best place you played?
It's a tough question. We've played some pretty cool spots. Checked a lot of places off the bucket list. Pine Valley's up there. I mean, it's one of the best golf courses in the world. So being able to go there and have that experience with him was awesome.
Who wins?
He's better than me for sure. His handicap index is a lot lower. And I've seen him play some really good golf, but I've seen him play some bad golf as well.
Dalton, just being more comfortable here in year two within the offense and around Josh, what does that look like in practice? How does that play out? Yesterday you had some awesome catches in the red zone for touchdowns.
I think it's just that chemistry, and just kind of being more comfortable out there, knowing where I need to be and understanding the playbook a lot more makes it a lot easier because now I can look at the defense and see what they're doing and understand their leverage, and just trying to be more of a leader as well going into the second year because we got a lot of new guys on the team. So I think it's translated well. We did a lot together during OTAs, and we've just got a really good group of guys.
Joe Brady says you understand a lot from offense to how defenses are, what they look like, what they're going to do. Does that come easy to you?
I think it's just with experience. I think the more reps you get and the more time you get actually like playing the game and being on the field, and I mean, as a rookie, they call it being thrown to the fire a little bit. I think that only makes you better because you just kind of have to learn it. You're out there and you have to figure it out, and you got experience that kind of builds on it, and the more you see something, the easier it is to understand.
What's your leadership style?
I'd say I definitely lead more by example. I'm definitely working on being more of a vocal leader, but we have a lot of great leaders on this team, so I think it's definitely looking to those guys and seeing how they lead and how people best respond to that, and just kind of trying to implement that into your own style.
High expectations for you this year. A lot of people expecting you to lead this offense in terms of pass catching. How have you dealt with those expectations going into the second season?
I mean, I don't really tend to look at the outside noise. That's something we preach a lot on this team. So, I mean, I'm just out there to do my job and catch the ball when it's thrown my way. And, our saying is everybody eats on this offense, and everybody is going to eat. So if it's a game I catch 10 passes, awesome. If it's a game I catch 0 passes, it's awesome, as long as we're winning.
Having said that, though, with the experience that you talked about and the chemistry that you've developed with Josh, how prepared do you feel that if you do have more thrown onto your plate this season, that you're prepared to handle it?
I feel pretty good. Again, it's just, spending that time with Josh and having that chemistry and just being on the same page with him. And I feel like, as camp goes on, we're going to have good days, we're going to have bad days, but just building upon it and just staying at a consistent pace.
What are some of the goals and expectations you set for yourself?
I've set some personal goals. I'll kind of keep those to myself, just stuff written on my mirror at home. But obviously as a team, we want to make the playoffs first, and then, after the playoffs, go win the Super Bowl.
This is a time in the NFL there are a lot of great tight ends. How much do you study those guys, or even seek out advice from some of the greats in that position?
It's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of good tight ends in this league, especially now. And I think all tight ends are kind of similar in, the sense, looking in the room we're in now, it's all great people. At the college level is always great people. Then you kind of look across the league, and there's a lot of good guys playing right now. And tight end U is obviously something that's been held and being consistent, and Kittle and Olsen and Kelsey putting that on. But those guys are also, I ran across George this offseason and was talking to him for an hour, and he's shedding his advice. So it's cool to see those older guys, wanting the next generation of guys to succeed in this league.
Joe Brady said today that as an offense, he wants you guys to be messing up right now. He wants you to be working through things. How is that helpful as a group when you've got a lot of new faces here?
This is the time to do it. This is the time to try new things and make mistakes. You don't want to have too many mental errors out there, playbook-wise, but if you're trying a different technique or something different in your playing style, this is the time to do it and see if, it works or if it doesn't work.
In that wide receiver room, obviously there's a lot of new faces, a lot of guys bring something different to the table. How can that help you as a tight end when you have all those different kind of guys in wide receiver?
Yeah, it's just, the more weapons there are, the defense has to acknowledge that and prepare for it. And we've got some solid weapons in the receiver room, so obviously it just kind of makes it difficult for defenses to kind of game plan that.